From New York City, it's the Wendy Williams Show.
How you doing? The kids have come to play today. You won't believe what I'm about to tell you. With all due respect, have several seats. My girls are always turned out. I give it to you straight, no chaser.
Now, here's Wendy.
Thank you for watching. Say hello to my co-host, my studio audience. Great, because it's Monday. Let's get started. It's time for Hot Topics. Did you have a good weekend? Are you well rested? I had a great weekend. I did so much. Like normally, you know, on the weekends, I like to sit in the house and watch life go by. But I went to the mall. We went out to a restaurant. I went to the club. And I got a little turned up. And then I walked for a good cause. The Avon 39, the Walk to End Breast Cancer, was this past weekend. And there were thousands of people out there. The people that I walked with the closest, though, were Suzanne and Brendan. Yes, the Higgins family was in full effect. So I meet them at the studio, and then we all, you know, go about our business together. So there's Jack, the one up on top of Brendan's head. And there's Pete. He's not picking his nose. He's trying to be shy. So the boys immediately start with, "Hi, Wendy." I was like, what? The parents weren't within earshot. So then, you know, how you talk to other kids when the parents aren't around. Not disrespectful, but I got down low, and I'm like, "Excuse me, young man. My name is not Wendy." And I wanted to go all Mrs. Hunter on them, you know what I mean? But that just seems to be too old school for today, even though I think old school sometimes is the best school.
Yeah.
But, and then I was thinking, well, just call me Aunt Wendy to confuse the boys. But I settled on Mrs. Wendy. So they're Mrs. Wendy, and we had a wonderful time walking. Now, Suzanne, you said that you were going to frame this family picture.
Yes, I'm going to frame this family picture.
And hang it in your house.
You're part of our family portrait.
Yes.
And when you walk into our front door, you're going to see this picture.
Yes.
And my kids love you.
Thank you. I love them also. Yes. We had a wonderful time. Anyway, and my whole weekend got rounded out by watching Teresa Checks In. Okay. Now, here's the thing. It's only 3 episodes, you guys. One's down, so I already feel invested because I watched last week. So last night I said, well, it's only right to watch this one, and then there's only one more after that. That's good. What I observed, again, I'm not feeling the Gorgas. I'm not feeling Melissa and Joe at all. Now, you know, Joe is Teresa's brother. But there's something so opportunistic about them being there. And then, you know, you read stuff and they you know, like stuff says that they don't really get along with Joe, Teresa's husband, and that they're just there for the paycheck. They get allegedly $100,000 per episode, so that's $300,000. Yeah. And then, you know, kids, sometimes they lie, but they don't lie about important stuff, like if they're not feeling an aunt or an uncle. Last week, Gia says that she doesn't like Melissa. Now, Gia Gia is 13 or 14 or 15. She's in that age range. And I know, she looks like a hardened woman of 35, but that's only because, you know, sometimes she does get a professional makeup artist to do her makeup for her appearances or whatever it is that she does when she's not in school. Anyway, Gia said she doesn't like Melissa. So that's like, anyway, I don't like them on there. I don't particularly care for them. But here's my big observation from last night. First of all, clap if you watched. No, you're clapping just because you want to be part of a movement. A lot of you all didn't watch. But here's my big observation. How are the Judices going, because you know they owe allegedly a lot of money to everybody. How are they going to sell their mansion when they have a cemetery in the back? Oh, like, it's not where the bodies are buried, but they've set up this whole death shrine. You know, Joe's dad passed away, and there's a shrine back there, and there's a couple of deaths going on in the family, and we weren't able to find the cemetery picture?
No.
Are you serious?
I'm serious. I cracked
They showed it twice last night.
I know, they looked.
They were looking at the wrong episode. If you watch the show, clap if you know what I'm talking about with the cemetery thing, okay? There's like 2 cement benches, and then there's like marble stone with names engraved, and then there's flowers, and then Joe was out there with his brother, and they were drinking something red in a lowball glass. I'm assuming it was like wine or something. And they were crying, and then you know, the daughters were out there with their father, and I'm just like, okay, it's not that their house is next to a cemetery. They've got a situation in their backyard. Who's going to buy that? Anyway, that's my big observation. One more episode, the final episode, Teresa Checks In, airs tomorrow, Sunday night at 8 o'clock on Bravo. Yeah. 8 o'clock on any night when you have to work the next day is always a good time to watch a TV show, right? When stuff comes on at 11 o'clock and 10 o'clock, not on a work night, like I can't. Good news for Lamar. Yes, Lamar, yeah. He looks handsome there, doesn't he? Yeah, nice long body, a long torso. The crooked smile, which means he's up to something. Yeah. Lamar is apparently out of his coma, and he's even spoken a few words. Reportedly, yeah. They say reportedly that he's going to need months of speech and physical therapy, you know, so he can get his walking back together. And, you know, no word, we're not even thinking about, I'm not thinking about basketball at this particular point. Yeah, I'm just thinking about, you know, just thoughts and prayers. And Chloe apparently was there the whole time with him. Good for Lamar. Hang in there, Lamar. And Lamar's kids. Well, another celebrity relationship has bitten the dust. It's okay, it was only 4 months. That's not a whole lot of time. I mean, do you even call it a relationship in 4 months? You call it a little something something that you're trying to feel out to see. All right, well, after 4 months, Rosie O'Donnell and Tatum O'Neal are over. Well... Reportedly, they say it's Rosie's fault because Rosie's life, her personal life, became just too much for Tatum to handle. But you see, this is why I say 3 is the magic number. You know, 3, a good number of kids to have. 3, a good amount of dates to go on with somebody before you decide whether you want to continue to the 4th. And most of all, when you're in a relationship with somebody, that 3-month mark is the mark. Like, you know, if you feel pitter-patter of, I think I might be in love. I think I'm in love. But he's not that good with money, so maybe I need to cut my losses now. The 3-month, 3 is the magic number. Now, Tatum stayed to the 4th month, but, you know, Rosie, I'm sorry, you know, and I've only met you one time, so I'm really not all caught up. You were very nice to me, and I always say this before I talk about Rosie O'Donnell, because now it's going to be something greasy, and but I have to, this is what I do. Rosie does have a lot of drama in her life. You know, first of all, Mr. O'Donnell passed away in August. Her father, which is horrible. Her 18-year-old adopted daughter, Chelsea, ran away and lived in the basement with that alleged drug dealer in Jersey for a moment. And now Chelsea didn't even go back to Rosie's house. Chelsea's living with her adoptive mother, who apparently at the time that Chelsea was a goober, and when Rosie adopted Chelsea, Chelsea's mom was not able to take care of Chelsea. So she did the right thing by putting the girl up for adoption, and so Chelsea became an O'Donnell. But now at 18, Chelsea is slamming Rosie any which way. Now, was anybody at the Gotham Comedy Club this past weekend? No. Damn it, man. Like, we've got a really big staff here. From now on, when stuff like that happens, somebody needs to go and crouch low in a chair and take notes. Apparently, I don't know what part of comedy this is, but apparently I'm so cheap at our house. We just turned the heat on this weekend. You know, I'm wondering why we're all verklempt and you know, sniffling and snorting and stuff. But I'm a frugalista. So we finally turned the heat on. And you know when you first turn the heat on, how you always smell burning stuff? Like dust and pollen from the spring and summer has settled on the heaters, and it's like, what's burning? Anyway, apparently, on stage at comedy, Rosie got up there and she was like, well, you know, for adoptive kids, she said, allegedly, 18 is the magic number when they either do you right or do you wrong. Now, I don't know what the adoptive kid part has to do with it, because the whole teenage spectrum to me is... punch him in the head. So now, the big news that we woke up to this morning is that, and by the way, back to Tatum for one quick second. I figured Tatum would want to ride this relationship out because Rosie's in the news. And Tatum, just based on your actions of going on the Tori and Dean show and being all close with Tori's mom, I just assumed that you liked the action of being back on TV. So, you understand what I mean? So, you know, it's got to be pretty bad when a person who we think wants to be on TV decides to break off a relationship. Rosie, what are you doing? And is it true that your daughter, Chelsea, is about to write a tell-all book about you? Because that's what I woke up to this morning. And Chelsea, if you tell it, we need 1, 2, 3, 4. We need 5 copies. And maybe a sit-down. Right? Sorry, Rosie. Damn ungrateful kids. So it looks like the rapper Bobby Shmurda. Well, hopefully he can hear you from behind bars. Because Bobby Shmurda is not leaving prison anytime soon. Well, did you know he was in prison? Yes. Okay, good, perfect. Well, remember, I'll catch you up. He was arrested for conspiracy to commit murder, otherwise known as Shmurda. Along with gun charges and drug charges. Well, his record label, Epic Records, won't be paying his $2 million bail. Now, keep in mind, Bobby's been in jail since December of 2014, and he doesn't go before the judge until February of 2016. which means that Teresa is in and out, and Bobby would still be sitting there. Well, the CEO of Epic Records, that's Bobby's label, is defending... Do those glasses come with windshield wipers? Anyway, is defending his choice, and here's what LA told the Rap Radar podcast.
It's not the industry that it once was. Right. We seriously don't make the money we used to make. That's a fact of life, right? So this isn't... Bobby Shmurda is not the same as Snoop Dogg and Murder Was the Case, who was coming off the Chronic. Yeah, career status. Was coming off the Chronic and his first album. This is a different era, you know, and, you know, so we're a publicly held corporation. We just aren't in the same position we were in back in those days.
Well, it's no secret that music is not selling the way it used to. But also, if it's a $2 million bail, don't you only have to pay 10%? Or something like that? And, you know, they made a lot of money off this young man with that Shmoney dance. Let's Shmoney dance during commercial, by the way, Booth. They made a lot of money off of him. And on one hand, on the other hand, back when Murder Was the Case, and music was selling better then, and so record labels were able to afford this. It's just say no to murder, drugs, and guns. And here's one thing I've always heard about L.A. Reid. I don't know this man personally. One time, me and my husband and him, we were all in the same area of the plane flying 5 hours from L.A. That man said not one word. No, paid me, shady boots, okay? Shady boots. Like, I would speak, but, you know, sometimes I get scared to speak. But if I make eye contact with no sunglasses and I give you a smile, aren't you going to... 5 hours, the shadiest flight ever. But I heard that he doesn't really like people here in New York, that he's from... No, I'm talking about the rappers. And maybe TV hosts. Like, he's all about Atlanta and stuff. Oh, L.A., wipe some of that shine off your lips. Okay, let's talk about Ebony Magazine. Well, the latest issue of Ebony Magazine is causing quite the controversy. It features that shattered picture of the cast of The Cosby Show. It's time for the inside scoop. Hit it! No, you're not. You know what? You are the bravest woman I know at this particular point.
Thank you.
Please welcome the editor-in-chief of Ebony Magazine. Her name is Kierna Mayo. Don't throw tomatoes. Okay, Kierna.
Yes.
People are furious about this cover.
People are furious about the cover. I understand that. There's also a whole bunch of accolades for the cover right now.
Yeah.
You know, it's a dividing issue. We decided that we had to take this conversation to the public stage. It's something that, quite frankly, Black people have been talking about for a long time.
Bill Cosby?
We've been talking about Bill Cosby. We've been talking about the impact on the Cosby Show.
Right.
We've been talking about how this affects Black families and the dynamic, the depiction of Black families. I mean, it's a larger conversation. Also, you know, Ebony is in the tradition of creating conversation. A lot of people don't understand that in a modern context, but Ebony's 70 years old, and this is hardly the first controversial topic we've taken on.
I don't recall anything being more controversial than this, because back in the 60s and 70s, to put the Black Panthers on the front cover, that was not as controversial as this. This is like, a lot of people would say, a teardown of a Black family.
Well, here's the thing, and I have to keep repeating this. Ebony is not the reason we're having this conversation.
Okay.
We have to get real.
Okay.
We have to get real. Okay.
So, why is it so hard? And this is almost rhetorical, but I want to hear what you say. Why is it so hard for people to separate the Cosbys and the Huxtables?
It's a sensitive thing for us. I mean, first of all, in 1983, 1984, when this show came about, we were coming off of the crack 80s, right? And it was important to show Black life in this respect. We needed to see this construct. We needed to understand that upper Black middle-class people really do exist. We live in brownstones. Our kids go to college, right? But since that time, I think, understand that black respectability, as we'll call it, this idea that if we button up right, all of a sudden racism goes away, just isn't real. And I think we need to begin to confront some of the things that, you know, are the truth of our lives here as black people in the country.
I still think that many of us, though, as black people, like to sweep things under the rug. Yes. We like to sweep molestation under the rug, drugs, drink. Woefully in denial.
Well, I think all people have problems showing their darker sides, right?
Yes.
No pun intended. But the concern for black people is that we always feel like we're under the lens of others, and we want to make sure that no one is seeing us outside of the way we wish to be seen. And I think this is why there's all the controversy. I think this is why there's all the pushback. But quite frankly, we are just asking a question. We're not making much of a statement. We're simply saying, what do you think? What do you see? How broken is this for you? We didn't create the fracture. The fracture existed.
Yeah. Now, you're the face of this entire situation. Yeah. Are you rolling with security?
You know, listen, when I stepped outside my house this morning, I did this and I did that. Yes. But, you know, I'm convicted, and I feel like we are right.
Twitter backlash, what's going on?
Twitter backlash is being confronted by Twitter accolades. Like I said, I'm getting a lot of support, a lot of people saying, you're so brave, Ebony's so brave, thank you, the time is now, it's needed, it's necessary. I understand and I'm sensitive to black people, all black people, even those that hate this cover.
Right.
But I think it's important to keep being journalists at Ebony Magazine and to keep being at the center of the conversation.
It's good.
Thank you, Wendy.
Now, I think that the Cosby Show should still be seen in reruns, because it was a great show. What do you think?
You know, I'm wrestling with that. I have a 10-year-old, an 11-year-old. I think about how to look at this without seeing the accusations. It's difficult for me. I'm still very much on the fence. Yeah. I do feel that the actors around Bill Cosby deserve to earn money. They deserve to have residual income. But the question is, can you separate it? I can't personally separate the two. When I look at Dr. Huxtable,
I can't either. I can't either, because
allegations.
One of the things about Cosby is that it wasn't called the Huxtable Show, it was called the Cosby Show. So he dragged his personal life into it. And then he did do a lot of speaking out against music and music culture. Oh, you know, telling our boys, pull your pants up. Yeah. Mr. Cosby, pull your pants up. And so I watched The View on Friday. Yeah. And Malcolm Jamal Warner was on. Raven Simone is there as one of the hosts. Oh. They said that they disapprove of the cover. Look, Raven's like, And
I'm like, Raven.
So what are your thoughts on them disapproving of the cover?
Right. Well, I didn't really, the takeaway for me wasn't that Malcolm completely disapproved. I felt that he felt it was loaded and that he couldn't really unpack it in that amount of time. It's uncomfortable, and that I get. Yeah. With Raven, I'm not really, I don't even really want to respond to much of what Raven's been talking about these days. Really.
Well, power to the people, right on.
Power to the people, right on.
Thank you very much for coming.
Thank you for having me and allowing this conversation. It's an important one.
Kierna Mayo, very provocative. Ebony Magazine, everybody, hits newsstands now. We've got more great show for you. We've got an all-new edition of Trendy and Wendy, where you can find fall's hottest accessories at incredible discounts. But up next, from Love and Hip Hop Hollywood, openly gay couple Miles and Milan are here. So don't miss it. Looking for a new Wendy? No sweat. From The Biggest Loser to finding the next fitness phenomenon, Jillian Michaels. She's taking on your pressing questions. Plus, singer only performs his hit Hula Hoop live. Please.
Tomorrow on an all-new Wendy.
Our next guest broke barriers when they became the first openly gay couple on VH1's Love and Hip Hop Hollywood. In tonight's groundbreaking episode, Miles struggles to tell his high school sweetheart, Amber, about his sexuality. Take a look.
Something that I didn't know how to deal with. I was embarrassed of. I was humiliated of. And before I told you what I was dealing with, I had to, I just had to figure things out. I've had feelings of attraction towards the same sex.
I saw the whole episode already. It's really something else. Please welcome to our show Miles, a.k.a. Sir Brock, and Milan Christopher. TV doesn't do you boys justice. Oh, girls, we lost 2 more. You're giving me Will Smith.
Oh, wow. Yeah,
people tell you that a lot?
Yeah, people tell me that.
Are you guys still together as a couple?
Yes.
We have the same bracelet. You're still together.
Yeah.
How cute are they? Milan posted on, this is Milan, everyone,
Hi,
and this is Miles. And Milan posted on Instagram that you were over as a couple. So what do you just go in and out of mess?
You know how couples are. We go back and forth. He did something like his picture. I didn't appreciate him posting me on his Instagram with his ex. Oh. You know what I mean? Like anybody who would post
Amber.
Okay. Anybody who would post their current with their ex, it kind of just made me feel a certain type of way. So I was kind of upset, but he explained to me what it was, and we were back together.
So you and Amber are no longer together?
We haven't been together for years.
For years? Well, how long ago was this episode taped?
It's actually been about seven months.
Yeah. Yes.
Yeah.
Are you and Amber friends?
Today?
Yes.
Yes. Yes, we're
the first openly gay couple on Love and Hip Hop. Why do reality TV?
Well, you know what? The reality for me was there's a Miles in every family, and there's a million Ambers out there. So if we could stand up and be the pioneers to just live in our truth and accept ourselves and love ourselves, as hard as it is,
yeah.
All the tweets, all the emails, all the DMs that I get thanking me,
yeah.
I know I'm helping somebody else.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
That's what it's about.
Now, I don't want to say too much about... First of all, you both need shoe cam. Stop the madness right now. There's a lot, yes. Are you boys living together?
No, so let me tell you why.
Okay.
So we've got back to the place where we're gonna move back together, but he wants to be on the lease this time, so I won't. You know.
If we're gonna move in together, I believe moving in together is us moving together,
no.
not me moving in.
No.
You know what I'm saying?
No.
Yeah.
No.
Moving together.
No, there should be one person's name on the lease.
Thank you.
Then one person should buy the couch. Yes, in case something bad happens. No. Look, how did you boys meet?
He came up to me. We were in a club. I'm not going to tell you which club, but it was a straight club.
Okay.
You know, in Hollywood, everybody parties together. It's not like we have gay. Well, we do have gay clubs, but majority of the clubs in the industry is just mixed crowd.
Right.
And I had been seeing him for weeks, and he just always kept coming up to me, talking to me, trying to get in the studio. And so I automatically knew. When I saw him, I knew he was.
This is what I want to ask about Amber. Okay. Girls, sometimes gaydar will take you a long way. Now, she's been with you since high school. She even said in the episode, I don't want to say too much, but she said, I've been hearing things. And then she falls on the ground and she's crying and carrying on. And when you start to hear things, investigate.
You know, but you know what? I think it's different when you love somebody and you're emotionally invested in them. You know what I mean? You don't see what everybody else sees.
I understand.
So I think that's what it was for her. You know what I mean?
I don't know how she...
I don't know how... I saw it, too, through the TV. I'm like, really, Amber? I'm screaming. Yes, yes. Through the TV, I'm like, really? So, do you feel like you took advantage of her by leading her on and using her as your beard until you were comfortable with your situation?
Absolutely not, because I was in love with Amber, and I love Amber, and even though I had the feelings, I didn't know what they were. You know what I mean? I just felt like I was kind of... I mean, I knew what they were, but it was like, you know, we're human beings. You know what I mean? And I just had the feelings. I didn't know if, like, is this a phase? What is it?
And
you
to
know
be fair, it's a lot of people who are so scared of coming out that they, for years and years and years, they get married, they have kids, they do all type of things.
Particularly in hip hop. I know anybody who knows my radio career knows that this is old hat to me. I mean, I've been talking gay rapper for decades. And so now it's coming to fruition where a few of you are coming out. Are you the only gay men on Love and Hip Hop?
I mean, from what I understand, yeah. I mean, we have Jason. We have another co-star. His name is Jason Lee.
Besides him.
I mean, yeah. From my understanding.
What you think?
I'm not gonna ask her what she thinks.
I'm not saying a word, Johannesburg. Okay?
We're not either.
So, VH1 special comes on right after Love and Hip Hop, or somewhere around that. It's called Out in Hip Hop.
Yeah.
How do you think Out and in Hip Hop and you all coming out will impact hip-hop down the road? Because I still see people as looking at hip-hop as being so masculine that guys will be scared.
I think it is definitely an issue.
Yeah.
I think with Out in Hip-Hop, it just exposes us to people who would normally think we're there. With Out in Hip-Hop, it's going to change the climate of, you know, future people who are trying to come out and be successful. And I think even with Love and Hip Hop and VH1 and having us on the show also is going to help change the climate. So I think it's a great thing. So,
do you think that Frank Ocean helped change the game a bit?
I personally do. You know what I mean? Because it was like the first, even though he's a singer, you know, we're rappers. So I think he did.
I don't know. Because Frank Ocean has never actually claimed, like he never owned it. He never said that I am gay or I am this. You know, he wrote a letter on his... He hasn't? No, he wrote a letter on his Tumblr that was read and then interpreted by the media. But he has never once had an interview, did anything and said that he was homosexual. So I don't even know if he's really gay or not. It's very elusive.
That's interesting. Wow.
Yeah.
Well, I appreciate you all. Did you have a good time?
I did. I loved it.
I loved it.
You guys smell so good.
Really?
And you're so quick to get... Don't break up, okay?
Okay.
But only one name on a lease. And figure it out.
We gotta get two.
Clap it up for these two, everybody. It's Miles and it's Milan. And Love and Hip Hop Hollywood airs tonight at 8 o'clock. And the Out in Hip Hop special airs tonight at 11. They're both on VH1. Up next, some unbelievable discounts on fall's hottest products. Don't go far. Trendy and Wendy, where we show you how to update your fall wardrobe at some unbelievable discounts. All of the products that you see today are from My Habit, Amazon's fashion and style sales site. Please welcome to our show our style and beauty expert friend, Jen Fallick.
Hello.
Hi, Jen. So what do you have for us today, Jen?
We have got great things to update your wardrobe for fall because we're getting into the season. So first up is this dress that I am wearing. It's from Society NY, and it's just that great staple dress to add into your wardrobe. Wear it a million ways. We actually have 3 of your staffers who are nice enough to model some of the other styles.
Oh, I almost didn't recognize you girls.
Oh, they look great, right?
Outside of your jeans and Uggs. No, I'm playing. No, you do look terrific.
They look beautiful, right? So there's all different styles for every body type. I mean, I love this guy has a longer sleeve, so it's very flattering.
Yes.
And then this style here has got the V-neck and a very feminine cap sleeve. This color is like the Marsala maroon, the it color of the season right there. Beautiful dress.
Pretty.
And I love just the classic red. Put a belt on, wear it day, wear it night, a sexy pair of heels, and you are set.
Now, how much is this dress?
So these dresses are typically between $175, like $189, but you are not going to pay that. These dresses are going to start as low as $69.
Perfect.
Yeah.
Perfect.
That's up to 61% off.
Love that.
Yeah.
Thanks, girls. Back to jeans and Uggs.
Yeah.
All right. What else? Oh.
How great. So I think a hat is like the perfect way. It's the most chic way to top off your look for fall. And these are from Giovannio. And I absolutely love all the different styles. And what's great about them is that they have some personality.
Around my wig.
So we're seeing like a sparkly detail here. I love this leopard banded version up here. All different silhouettes, super flattering. You just look cool. Like throw on a hat with a basic look and you're
And they're made of like felty woolly.
Yeah,
something.
they're like a good wool, and they're actually packable. I was just packing to go away today, and I put one in my bag.
You tucked and rolled it?
Yeah, tuck and put like some underwear in the middle and pack it up.
Love it.
So it's great, and again, the price is unbelievable. These retail for $80 to $115 typically, but you are not paying that much.
No.
Starting as low as $24. That's up to 76% off.
You know, Everyone, the holidays are going to be here before you know it, so you might as well start shopping now. All right, what's going on over here?
So everyone loves to splurge on a genuine leather bag. That's always kind of a big purchase they make, but it doesn't always have to be the most expensive purchase. We've got a great deal. These are from Oriani. And what I love about these bags is smart pockets. So if you look inside, it's like they know what we're bringing with us, and they kind of have taken care of every pocket we possibly need. And how smart is this? There's a little pouch. Take this for day, then put, you know, your things for at night in there and just grab that and go from the office.
Very smart.
Also, the color blocking is very modern, but still feels classic to me. And again, it's like, I mean, it's a good, durable, sturdy leather bag.
It really is, and good straps too, and good hardware. So how much is this bag?
Okay, so these typically are between $285 and $570, so a splurge on a quality leather bag. You're not going to pay that. They're starting as low as $79, and that's up to 79% off.
This is the color right here.
I know, I love this.
Like, if you could get any color, this to me would be,
yeah, and this I love this hardware detail on here, too.
Watches, you know what time it is?
Watches. This is an amazing deal. These are from Invicta, which is a brand that's been around. People trust it. People love it. Yeah, forever. These are fun styles. So I love a giant, oversized, like, statement watch. So you've got that option. Or there's a pop of color, so you can make it more of a fashion accessory. If you're more into the classic, elegant metal band, we have those too. So there's all different options. And again, you know, watches can be really expensive, right? You can really shell out a lot of money on a great quality watch like this.
Yeah.
These, I mean, they start at $695 up to $1,595. So this is a pricey purchase. This would be a big buy typically, right?
Yes.
Well, today we're getting them for as low as $75 each, so you're not going to have to pay that big price tag. So that's like up to 89% off.
So your holiday shopping is done. Thanks, Jen Fallick, for being here. These amazing deals are available for a limited time, so go to wendyshow.com. Right, do it now before they sell out, okay? Ask Wendy is next. We're jumping on the love line on a new Wendy. Paige and Dr. Drew. We're talking sex, celebrities, rehab, and more. Plus, finish off your fall look in style. This is your fall accessory stuff, girls.
Wednesday on an all-new Wendy.
Welcome back. It's time for Ask Wendy. How you doing?
How you doing, Wendy?
Good.
Hi, my name is Nicole. I was recently dating someone at work, and we didn't have much chemistry, so we cut it off. Now, I'm interested in someone else, another guy. We work in different departments.
At work, okay.
Yes, at work.
Okay.
We work in different departments, and there's a lot of people at work. Should I pursue this guy, or how will it look if I date another guy at work?
Well, it could look slutty, but about how many people work at the company?
11,000.
Go ahead and have fun.
Thank you.
Thank you. Oh, geez. How you doing?
How you doing, Wendy?
Good.
My name is Chris. I've been dating my girlfriend for 6 years, and her family's nuts.
Happens.
Every time we're together, it's like an episode out of The Real Housewives.
Yes.
I love my girlfriend dearly, and she's drama-free. What should I do? Or how do I deal or cope with it?
For 6 years?
Yes.
How old are you, Chris?
25. I'm getting old.
But your girlfriend is drama-free?
Yes.
Well, then elect not to go around her family but a couple of times a year. Why do you have to be around them?
You're telling me. I don't know.
Holidays, her birthday.
You know what? We'll set up a schedule afterwards.
Yeah.
Chart and everything.
Yeah. Don't let the family chase you away because you really love her.
Yes, absolutely.
All right. So don't break up with her, but
No.
just elect to limit your time with the family.
Perfect.
Okay. All right, Chris. How you doing?
How you doing?
I like your vest.
Thank you.
So what's going on?
My name is Teresa Wendy, and I have a 15-year-old son. He wants to start dating. He wants to wine and dine a girl he goes to school with. Who should be paying for this, and who should be chauffeuring them around?
Well, you know, you definitely should chauffeur them because that gives you an inside track as to what they're up to. That's number one. And regarding paying, no, then he should wash your car. Like, he has to do chores to earn money.
Yeah.
You know, and
he doesn't have a job.
No, but you know what? There's plenty of jobs that he has around the house. Do you have a dog?
No.
All right. Well, do you have a lawn?
Yes.
All right. Fix up the lawn, shovel the snow, wash your car, get the dark clothes and separate them from the light clothes and do a load of laundry.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying?
Right, yes.
Yes. Yes, and definitely you want to drive them around.
Okay.
Because that gives you inside track.
Okay.
All right.
Thank you.
Good. How you doing?
Good. How you doing?
Good.
I'm Nicole. I work in construction. I'm an electrician and
work.
I know, right?
Okay.
And I get hit on a lot.
I bet.
And so I'm married. My husband, you know, kind of doesn't like it too much.
Okay.
And, you know, I work a lot of hours. I work overtime. I'm very involved in, like, you know, the industry. So, you know, how can I let him know that he's the only one and, like, that I don't, like, entertain the idea of these guys hitting on me at work and, like, without quitting my job, you know, because I love my job.
No, you don't just have a job. You have a trade.
I have a career.
That's a career.
I love it, you know?
Yeah. Nicole, that's hot.
It is hot, right?
A lady electrician with a pink tool belt, and you come all in the house like, hey. The only thing you can do is continue the conversation with your husband and let him understand that he's the only one for you. Unfortunately, you are in a career where it's
male-dominated.
99.9%, I would imagine. You know, plus you're attractive and you've got good hair. It's shiny.
Thank you. You have great hair, too.
And a dimple in your chin and stuff. Do you know? Just keep the conversation going.
Thanks.
All right.
Thank
Good
you
luck,
so
Nicole.
much.
Nice. Pop quiz is next. Don't go far. Watch must-see moments and my after show. Plus, enter for your chance to win free stuff. Have you gotten one of these mugs yet, by the way? It's all at wendyshow.com. It's time for Pop Quiz. This is where I test our audience knowledge on today's hot topics. Let's meet our player. We talked so much, you said the whole state of Alabama is now watching.
Yes.
Okay. What part of Alabama are you from?
Birmingham, Alabama.
And what's your name?
Carolyn Appleton.
Carolyn, it's nice to have you here.
You too.
How you doing? All right, here's your question. Were you paying attention?
Yes.
Okay, good. The rapper Bobby Shmurda is currently in prison for gun and drug charges. His record label won't pay his $2 million bail. What's the name of his record label? Is it A, Cash Money, B, Atlantic Records, or C, Epic Records?
Ooh, there's my sister. C.
Yes! Carolyn! Look, you got a $150 gift card from Visa.
No,
there you are. Eye candy is next. Cara Miller drove up for the day from Norfolk, Virginia with her friends, and you're my audience eye candy. Tell me about your outfit.
Yes, I got this yellow crop top, and I paired it with the brown suede skirt,
It's
and
a
I
good
wore it
one.
with some black strappy sandals.
Very good. Nice. Here's your diva fan. Thank you, Cara.
Thank
Just
you.
get backstage with me. We'll be right back. Of our sizes, we're freaks. Tomorrow, everybody, my friend Jillian Michael stops by, plus Omi's going to perform Hula Hoop. I love you for watching today, and I'll see you next time on Wendy.
Nice.